have thought that a decision I made as a sophomore in high school would have set the stage for my future, established new passions, and introduced me to a new teacher and role model. Many people in my life have always steered me towards a path of success. My parents would encourage me to explore new career options, and my friends would help me when I struggled with difficult assignments. But most importantly, my teachers would teach me to think about the why is this the answer instead of this is the answer. During my junior and senior year, I was lucky enough to be a student in the biomed program under Stacey Davis's instruction. And I would say those were the most effective 2 years of my entire high school career. When I started out in the program, Ms. Davis was the teacher that had all of the answers, and you could ask her just about any question and she'd be able to give you the answer, but she would make you work to get the right answer. I was often asked if I was driving the struggle bus because I would ask so many questions or overcomplicate every situation. But Ms. Davis was patient enough to wait for all of us students to work through our thoughts and come to different conclusions, but she would still redirect us in the right way when we got off track. And then once the conclusions were made by each and every student, she would help explain the concept or idea to further solidify it into our heads. By the end of the school year, I learned how to critically think through most situations and come to conclusions before answers were often needed, and I learned how to rely on my own investigations and reasonings during experiments without giving in and looking up the correct answer. And by the second year, Mrs. Davis was always listening to us seniors go back and forth between, oh no, I have no idea what I'm doing and I know what I'm doing. And while she was a mom to 4 kids, getting her master's degree, and the school mom to us 20-something biomed students, it didn't seem to faze her. She was constantly greeting us with smiles and treating us with kindness and respect every single day. And when we messed up on different labs, she wouldn't get mad at us. She'd just say, okay, try again. We were constantly seeking her advice between what we should do on how to be adults in the real world, what majors we should check into, or what we should be doing with our free time to further our futures as becoming doctors or something in the health career field. By the end of my senior year, I was starting to get a little nervous about not getting perfect grades, and Miss Davis would constantly tell me something that is ingrained in my brain now, and it's, what do they call a doctor who got all C's? A doctor. And that continued to stay with me through my first fall semester at OSU, and I got a C, and that was the one piece of advice I would continue to rely back on. So now I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Davis for being such a great teacher and role model. And I would like to say thank you for letting me come to your office even though I've graduated and just sit and visit with you and receive more advice. You truly are a great teacher, and I would like to